What's going on, y'all? I have a replacement part for that piece of my Andersen Ultimate fifth wheel connection right there. Let's talk about what's going on with this. So as you can see, the way that I have configured it is where the funnel is to the rear of the kingpin, where you normally would connect your fifth wheel hitch. You can opt to turn it towards the front or the back, and it gives you about a 4-inch displacement of how your fifth wheel sits on your truck. The reason that I prefer this angle is because it moves this section right there. Let me switch camera angles. This electrical box, which you can see is all beat up, can come into contact with my tailgate. But when I change this to this configuration, this moves in front of the tailgate and is not a problem. But the problem I'm having is that the locking area and locking mechanism on this is getting all destroyed inside, because when it's in this configuration, too much weight is being applied in this direction as I pull this big fifth wheel down the road. At one point in time, and for a good chunk of time, I had a great relationship as an affiliate with Andersen Hitches, and I'm not really sure what happened. They just, we don't talk anymore. It feels like an episode of Seinfeld. Nobody broke up with anybody, but we just don't seem to be able to talk anymore. I don't know what happened. I still love their products, and that really should tell you something about what you need to know from my perspective as an influencer to you if you're curious about Andersen Hitches. I was a customer before I was an affiliate, and now I'm back to being a customer, but I'm still a customer. Even though we seem to have broken up, it doesn't bother me. I'm very thankful for my time spent with Andersen Hitches. They provided me with a hitch, and quite a few of you actually went out, used the link, and bought products from them, and they provided me with a few extra dollars. So thank you both to Andersen Hitches and to all of you out there that have used my affiliate link. But I am once again demoted to a customer, and I'm still a customer. So that should tell you it's a good product. Whatever's going on at the home office at Andersen Hitches, it's not a big deal. The product is still a good product. I'm gonna stop with all that. 40 foot-pounds on the torque wrench. So this is my smaller one. It's just right for a smaller bit like that to adjust that. Now the one extra thing, I needed a 10 millimeter and an 8 millimeter. This is going to vary depending on what you use to mount this part right here. And I believe when I mounted mine before, I used what was already there. It's kind of a mix mash of what went in up here. And so I was just looking at it, and this one's a 10 and that's an 8. So that's gonna vary for you. But what's not gonna vary for you, the 15/16 and the 1/4 inch Allens that go in there. Hey, do you have a fifth wheel and ever have problems where birds are trying to build nests inside your kingpin? Old pool noodle, just shove it on in there. Cut down on the amount of space that they've got where they can build a nest. Got this old coupler off of there. I wanted to show y'all, see if y'all can really see. A lot of the damage is happening here. This metal is getting moved around, and that's where our problem is coming in. And then the locking pin is getting all bent up too. You can see a lot of right there damage Now the ball also, in all of this, the ball has been getting damaged as well. So now the ball has got grooves on it, which is not great. So it's possible at this point the two are actually hurting each other because they've already been damaged. Now one of the marketing things from Andersen Hitches would be that you don't need grease for this. And normally I would say, sure. When everything's working as it should be, there was no grease needed. But because all of this started giving me problems, I started applying grease just to get that locking pin to move. Right now it's so recessed back in there, I can't push it at all. I would need to mount it all back up, make sure that's firm, and then I start hitting it with a mallet on that end just to get that to move. You can see there where the damage has happened to the ball from its interactions with both the locking pin. Now Tanya and I were just discussing it. Maybe we should get another ball. If that's no longer perfectly smooth, that could start potentially damaging the new coupler. I've had some lunch. I've had some relaxation. It's getting pretty warm out here. I need to order a new quarter inch. I can't find it. In order to torque it down properly, I'm gonna get another one. $6 to do it right. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting everything mounted up here today. And I'll just put the final torque on it later. I was chilling inside, taking a little break, and I'm like, man, I'm in a mess. I need to go clean up. Let me get this finished up. All right, got it all put together up there, with the exception of the handle getting mounted back where I like it. I just cannot believe how smooth that locking pin is. Let's see if I can get the video signed up here, or set up here so you can see it. Look at how easy that is. Goes to show you how destroyed the previous one was. So much better. All right, y'all, I had lost that one screw that was a 10mm on the top, and I found another identical 8mm. So now they're kind of matching, kind of ugly, but they're up there, they're mounted. Handle is backwards. You can kind of mount that however you want to. I have actually seen where people like mount that like up here. Not too sure why you would want to do that, because when I'm standing at the back of my truck, it's easier to reach this, and it'll be even easier now if I'm going in this forward position, meaning the whole RV is back further. That handle is going to be even closer for me to reach off the back of the tailgate. And also in this configuration with this like this, I will have more spacing between my tailgate and my door. That's how we were running originally when we first started running this RV, was in this format, and it gave us more space back there, and we could walk between the tailgate and the RV when we needed to. So this is just a return to the way we were doing things. We just have to keep our eyes on this poor mutilated little junction box right there. Let's put you back down there. And I didn't need that longer quarter inch. I'm not sure why I needed it before. I touched the plastic a little bit. You can kind of see a little bit of scoring right there in the plastic. I don't know if you can even see it. where I was getting kind of close, but everything is torqued down to 40 foot-pounds as designed. If you want to argue with me, it's right there, 40 foot-pounds. They put the torque ratings right on the equipment. Same with the torque ratings. This torque is right there. So easy to not worry about it. All right, y'all. Swapping out the Kingpin coupler for the Andersen Ultimate fifth wheel connection. Did I want to? No. A little bit disappointed that everything went down the way that it went down. Would have been cool if I still had a good relationship with Andersen. Let me not just say good relationship. Would be cool if I had a relationship with Andersen Hitches. They just left. I don't know where they went. I still love them. It's still a great company. No hard feelings. If they were to call me back and be like, why did we separate? I don't know why we haven't been talking. I've been trying to reach you. My tax data would have liked to have had some proper receipts from you, but whatever. We still love Andersen Hitches. I love their products. I think they're great. I would test out more if I had a travel trailer. I'd try out their other hitches, but I'm not going to go out and buy a travel trailer just to test that out for y'all. Somebody else do it. Tell us how it is. Make a video. All right, y'all. Remember, life happens. Even an occasional piece of metal that gets a little bent out of shape. Don't let that stop you. Get out there. See this country. Stay fresh, cheese bags.